Hello, I'm Andy Sack. For the past 15 years, I've been a serial technology entrepreneur. I'm 3 for 4, having sold companies to Microsoft, New York Times Digital, and Axiom. I've raised over $100 million from venture capitalists and bankers. I know all too well the pains that entrepreneurs face when raising capital. I'm here to talk about those pains and how we at Lighter Capital are solving them. You're going to hear 3 things from me today. First, how Lighter Capital is changing the way small business financing is done in America. Second, how we're using technology and social media to source, select, and price deals way beyond human scale. Third, how we're using an innovative financial product called Revenue Loan to serve a market not being served by traditional debt or equity players, and in the process, achieve debt-like risk with equity-like returns. In fact, we've already put $1.5 million to work and are achieving 17% cash-on-cash yield. Let me introduce you to Lighter Capital. A couple of things I want to highlight here. Our positioning, entrepreneurs funding entrepreneurs. Second, the value prop to entrepreneurs. No dilution, no loss of control, no personal guarantee. Let me tell you the story about one of our real customers. Tomato Battle applied to Lighter Capital in the spring of this year. The concept was simple: beer, bands, and tomato fights. Consumers pay $50 for a 4-hour tomato fight. I'm not kidding you. At the time they applied, they had no assets and no revenues. It's a very difficult deal for any institutional equity or debt investor to get behind. How did we get interested? We looked at the company's Facebook page, and we saw that within a 48-hour period of time, they had over 3,000 likes and significant pre-sales for their first event. Let me show you Tomato Battle's loan, application to Lighter Capital. This is our loan application. What we do is we take the process that an investor and an entrepreneur go through, which usually starts at a coffee meeting, and bring that entire process online. The tone is colloquial and informal. Hi, I'm Andy. What's your company do? What do you want to raise capital for? After we get that basic information, we then move on to basic financial information. On this slide, I want to show you the bar on the left. The bar on the left was designed to solve the entrepreneur's pains that I mentioned earlier. It gives the entrepreneur clarity and transparency of exactly where they are in the process of raising capital from Lighter Capital. At the top is a progress meter, which shows where they are in the application process. Just below that is the Accelerator. The Accelerator is our way of rewarding the entrepreneur for giving us information and data that helps us build our database and make smarter decisions. When they give us that information, we move them up the queue and accelerate their application. Just below that are badges. The badges are our way of telling the entrepreneur how they fare against our predefined criteria. In the case of Tomato Battle, he entered in that he had 0 revenues. We look for companies that have trailing 12 months of at least $500,000 up to $5 million in revenue. As a result, he didn't fit our predefined criteria and did not earn the Cash Machine badge. But at the next stage in our application process, we had Clint, the entrepreneur of Tomato Battle, log in to LinkedIn through our application, and we were able to quickly see the experience of the entire team and reward him with an all-star team badge. We go beyond the team to the network the social media surrounding the team in the next stage of the application. We call this the social accelerator. At this stage in the application, the entrepreneur makes a request of very experienced entrepreneurs and investors to vouch for their character and creditworthiness. I'm happy to announce today that launch partnerships with Techstars, Techstars Network, and AngelList. The members of these pre-vetted organizations form the backbone of our A-list. The idea behind the Social Accelerator really comes from proven concepts in microfinance, and the benefits are quite simple. When an entrepreneur asks for an experienced A-lister to recommend them, there's additional social pressure for them to pay back lighter capital. In addition, it makes our application more viral, and it takes a process that investors offline do all the time, which is basic referral and reference checking. The last step in our application process, we go to the company's homepage, company's Facebook page, and Twitter page, and look at analytics surrounding those. We take all of that social media and publicly available data, combine it with the financial information, and make a human decision as to whether to invest. In this case, we did fund the company, and I'm happy to report that they've been profitable since inception. Now the question is, how do you do 1,000 deals like Tomato Battle? To do 1,000 deals of size 100,000 to 500,000 at human scale is not a very profitable business. Hopefully you've seen here today how we at Lighter Capital are using technology and social media to source, select, and price deals way beyond human scale. And in the process, changing the way small business finance is done in America. Also, we're achieving debt-like risk with equity-like returns. If you want to see who's in your A-list, I encourage you all to go to alist.lightercapital.com and check it out. We'll be at our booth. Come by. We have another one of our companies, a company called Vibrant Chocolate, which is an e-commerce chocolate company who's provided chocolate for all of you. Thank you.